And what do you do on the exit? Look, there's a couple of options. Me, I'm so far at least a proponent that, look, if I was the only investor, right, and I am going to hold this forever. So my family's owned some commercial real estate for the past 50 years, the same assets, right? But we are the only owner, so we don't have outside pressure, right? Hey, sell this or do this or do that. In that particular case, I'm a big proponent that, hey, close your eyes, get hard or agency financing, and just go to sleep, right? I mean, why do you want to bother with this stuff, right? But if you're a typical syndicator, look, the whole deal is you're trying to get out in 2 years. Or 3 years. Well, I mean, some version of that. I know everybody underwrites to 5. They're trying to get out in 2 or 3. And if they say otherwise, they're just lying to your face, right? I mean, that's just the way it is, right? Yeah. So if you're trying to get out in 2 or 3 years, you kind of have to go with the bridge loan. Because if you don't, all the value you create, all the hard work you guys do day in and day out, that's going to get crushed by the prepayment penalties you're going to end up paying. So, I mean, what's the point? You did all this work for 2 years and then the bank makes all the money? I mean, what's the point of you doing this, right? So typically for us, we start with the bridge, but again, meat has to be on the bone, because if there's no meat on the bone, you can't be a cowboy, put a bridge debt on a stabilized asset, because then you're really playing with fire, right? So you stabilize that, get the NOI, all that operational stuff up, and about, say, if you have a 3+1+1, so really around the 18-month mark, you try to think, okay, now do I want to refinance it? Do I want to sell it? What do I want to do? And start preparing your asset in the next 6 months for either of these possibilities. And then when you get to that stage, you can decide, hey, do I want to refinance it? Depending on, what terms you get. Because look, if you can refinance it and get 60 to 80% of your money out, I know that's hard these days, but let's assume you could, right? Well, hell, you take that deal all day, every day, man. You just close your eyes, you take 60 to 80% of your money back, plus the pref you've been paying your investors. And that's what is it? Even if it's at 70%, that's an 8% pref for 2 years. That's 86% of your money you took off the table. And by the way, this is a tax efficient way because refinance is a return off capital, right? So you're not paying any money on this money coming in, right? And then you can put them into agency debt. Or if some drunk guy comes in and gives you more money than you ever think this is going to be worth, well, you sell it because everything's for sale, right? But why? My point is, why back yourself into a corner when you don't have to back yourself into a corner? So just like we want operational flexibility, we also want lending flexibility.